Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Samar from the Naqabi Diaries, and I'm reading this book, The Ideal Muslimah. Link to the PDF version in the description box, inshallah. Feel free to download it. So the last section of the chapter 6, I believe it is, which is talking about the Muslim woman as a mother-in-law, is talking about dealing with problems. So it says she deals with problems wisely. Okay, so in the case of the son-in-law and her own daughter, it could be that maybe sometimes, the cultures are clashing, or the characteristics and personalities are clashing, and maybe her son-in-law, she might find that she sees some negative qualities to him that she didn't notice before. They got married, during the process of looking for a husband, for example, for her daughter. And this happens a lot. I mean, we're all human beings and we all have our shortcomings and we make mistakes. None of us are perfect. So in this situation, what should the Muslim mother-in-law do? She should, inshallah, as much as possible, try to not exaggerate his bad points, okay? Because it could be that she starts to feel that maybe her own personal dislike to him, seeing certain things. And, when it comes to somebody's flaws, it's important as much as possible that we reflect on our own selves, because we could be having those similar flaws as well. Because often what happens is that we see negative things in other people while we ourselves have those exact negative traits. But because we're looking from the outside at somebody else, we don't realize that actually we're just like them. So we could actually have a lot of things common with this person in that respect and not be seeing it. So first we should reflect internally to ourselves. Do we have these flaws? And if our son-in-laws are acting in a negative way, there could be a reason behind it. Maybe it's a particular way that he's been raised. It could be partly cultural, so we need to look into these things. And alhamdulillah, when it comes to somebody having negative traits, we're not talking about extreme cases where there's violence or something like that going on in the marriage, or for example, where somebody's just completely neglecting their duties, like they're not praying, for example, and they're not providing as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked them. So we're not looking at the main things, which are the responsibilities and the rights of the husband and the wife. We're talking about small things that regard their character and certain maybe bad habits that they could have. Okay, we shouldn't pick at these little things and make it into something bigger. Okay, because this will have a negative effect again on our daughter. We don't want to encourage her to only see the bad in her husband. We need to encourage her just to see the good things, inshallah. Husband has the most rights over the wife, which means that your daughter, she has to obey her husband over you. So don't expect to get involved in the marriage to such an extent that your daughter feels some kind of conflict of interest. This is important, inshallah. Alhamdulillah for everything. Jazakallah khair for listening. Anything that I've said which is correct is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and anything that I've said which is incorrect is from myself, and Allah knows best. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.